talk of the Commonwealth is the Livestrong program at the Y. And here to tell us all about it, Sharon Henderson. Sharon, good morning.
Good morning, Hank and Ben. How are you?
Hi, very good. And I know that we are expecting Jerry Caruso, who is going to be your keynote speaker, to be joining us in just a moment. But tell us a little bit about this great event, the Livestrong at the Y program. This is coming up tomorrow night at 7 p.m. You know, COVID is still with us, so this is going to be a virtual event. But what's going to be happening?
Okay, a lot going on. As you know, and as your audience knows, this is our 9th year for the Livestrong at the YMCA program, which is a 12-week program that's free for all participants and their families, people who are cancer survivors that are trying to get their strength back, trying to get their physical stamina back, trying to connect with someone else to feel like that they're not alone in this battle. So, we're not going to let COVID stop us, even though many of our participants are back and forth doing a lot of virtual different workouts and different group sessions and stuff since COVID-19, and since they are at risk of being around others. So we have been doing all kind of things and reinventing the program to accommodate all of their needs in COVID. But tomorrow evening, you know, Hank, as you have attended, been with us for many years, our annual fundraising event at Saint Vincent's in the atrium, which we have done for the past 8 years and have done extremely well. And we thank all of the listening audience as well as the participants and their families and the hospital and everyone who has supported our business partners and mission partners. But we've decided to go virtual tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And this is to, first of all, to celebrate and to recognize that the program, there's still a need for this program. And there's also a great need for this program to remain free to our participants and their families. Of course, their families get a free membership when they participate during the time that they're in the program at the Y. So it's just been so important that we continue this great work. So for all of this, you know, we always need funding. So tomorrow we're going to go do our virtual program, and you will hear from, you've already mentioned Jerry Caruso, one of our favorite comedians, as well as just a good person to talk to about life and has seen a lot of different things in living life. And the importance, Hank, right now, how important a laugh is for someone right now. How important just to laugh about something and laugh at ourselves, and as well as just to have a good laugh. It's medicine to the soul, you know. So that's what we wanted to project tomorrow with Jerry, as well as you'll hear from many of our participants and many of the Y staff who work with the participants. And to talk about the program, how much it's helped them, what it's done for them. And then we want to have a discussion about where they see the program moving forward as long as we're in the situation that we're in with COVID.
Yeah, you know, Sharon, I just wanted to go back to something, and hopefully Jerry will join us in a moment, or we can talk a little bit about maybe some of the things that he's going to deliver tomorrow night. And he is, I think so many folks are familiar in our area with Jerry Caruso. He is a great comedian, but as you just pointed out, he's just somebody who, you know, talks honestly about what's going on out there. What do you see for the Livestrong program? I hadn't thought about it. This is another thing. And I constantly have these reminders of the way in which COVID-19 has changed things. Right. I mean, I've seen in action the Livestrong program at the Y. It's fantastic. But it is people who are coming together. So you do have that camaraderie and just people being able to see each other. How did people react? I mean, you know, you kept the program going. You guys have just been so good at adapting to all the changes. But tell us a little bit more about what Livestrong at the Y is right now. Are there times when people are, because these are people who are compromised. So how is that working?
That is very true. So because we have the relationships and the relationships not only with the participants, with the medical community and others, we were right on top of it right away to be able to say that we provided virtual training right away. We went right to our virtual training classes for all of our participants, as well as group conversations and phone calls. So we immediately had because, a big part of this program is the camaraderie that you have with others that are sharing this journey with you. So one of the things that we did was to also set up Zoom calls and conference calls so people can continue to see each other and talk to one another, ask questions, support one another, because, people are still, some of them, going through treatment. So the virtual piece, as well as the just keeping connected, trying to stay connected in any way. And now as we're fully open and moving forward, not totally fully open because, the governor continues to pull back on the numbers. But we're looking at, if we continue to stay in the situation that we're in for the next year and a half, what is the need of our cancer survivors? And many of them are saying it is so vital to keep the connect, to have that contact with someone at the Y, either staff or having the staff connect them to their group, because each group goes through training together, so they become this graduating class, if you will. And over the years, we've almost done 1,000 families, if you think about the 8 years that we've been doing this. So that's a lot of people, and they are still, and many people that have worked with us go on to do other things. They run marathons. They get involved with running. They do other kind of activities with the Cancer Society. They do other activities and fundraisers on their own. So there is many, many, many ways that they continue to be connected to this journey, but through the Y, that just continues to expand. It's like a family, Jerry, Hank, I was thinking about Jerry. It's like Jerry's got some great lines about just living life and having medicine be your champion sometimes, and just being the person that you are and meeting people where they are, and it's just a beautiful thing. I think one of the amazing things that came out of it for me was not only the physical strength portion of it and getting people stronger to be able to do things, but to be able to say, wow, Sharon, that was so great to talk to somebody that's going through the same thing I'm going through in so many different ways. Oh, my God. And just the thought of I didn't have to burden my family with this all the time. And then somebody can say, yeah, and did you think about this, and did you go through this, and to have a laugh about it sometimes. It's just been, the camaraderie has just been so, so important.
Yeah, I love that part of it. Sharon, we've been blessed in the past when you've been able to step forward and sing, and I understand that that's going to be happening again tomorrow night.
And that is definitely the part it's going to be wrapping up. I will be wrapping up with the song that we all need sometimes. We all need somebody to lean on. We all need somebody sometime in this journey called life. And this has been a great journey for me, Hank. And before Jerry joins us, I can make the first announcement to the public, to your audience, that I have decided to retire from the YMCA. So I will be retiring on November the 20th in a couple of weeks. It's been in conversation, and it was earlier, and I've been extending it. But I'm always going to be here for the community, always doing the stuff that I do best. But I'm going to officially retire, and I'll probably take on another volunteer role and do some other community work around the city. But I'm going to officially retire, Hank.
Well, congratulations. You have done a tremendous job for the Y, but really for all of us here in Central Massachusetts. It's your involvement. Ben and I go to a lot of events, and we always see you there, representing the Y or just representing yourself and being there yourself. And I think that's what it's all about when you're part of the community.
That's what it's all about. And I've made a lot of great friends along the way, and I'll be coming back speaking to your radio audience.
Good.
And make sure you give Chris a champagne toast, a fist bump for me, and I will be calling him.
Very good.
This has been a great journey, and it's not over yet. And I'm going now where I still have my health and my energy, and I'm just still ready to go and fight those battles that we need to be better.
Absolutely. Well, Sharon, let's bring Jerry in. But that is, that's real news. Let's bring Jerry in to talk a little bit about what he's going to be bringing to Livestrong tomorrow night. And Jerry, you're on, of course, with us here on Talk of the Commonwealth, and you're on with the fabulous Sharon Henderson.
Hey, Sharon. Hey, Hank.
Hi, Jerry. How are you?
Good.
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. How do I follow up someone as nice a person as you are retiring. What do I say to lighten up the atmosphere?
It's a great mood. When I was a young woman, I never thought this day would come. We never do, right? But it's a great day.
No.
It's a great day. But I'm still a young woman. But Jerry, you have so much great things to say.
But you know what's funny? You're retiring 2 days after I turned 65. Wow. What timing.
Your day will come.
I know. I'm just too busy to think about it.
Yeah, no kidding. Jerry, what have you got? What do you got planned for folks for tomorrow night?
Oh, I have this wonderful keynote speech. Like when they approached me, the Y, I was honored. They go, "We want a keynote speaker." I go, "Apparently you can't find anybody out there, right?" And they said, no, we want you. And I said, oh, so I'm going to talk about laughter is the best medicine, just throwing some comedy here and there mixed in with the health benefits of laughter, how it helps your brain, your heart, your lungs, your bloodstream as major components, but also just to bring some humor in. And, I just poke fun at myself as usual because I'm an easy target. And that's what I'm going to be given. It'll be like 15 minutes or so, I guess. I have the bulk of the time, which, again, I'm honored. And you know me, you give me the mic and forget about it,
Yeah, very, very true. Which I think is going to be a good way to be able to do it. Now, Jerry, we've talked in the past. You've actually been doing some of these virtual events, so this isn't going to be something new to you.
Oh God, no! And like, I did a virtual event for a veterans group up in Maine, and my friends watched it, and they turned around and said, like, "It's so crazy. It's like you were talking to someone out there." I go, "Well, I was." They go, "No, you weren't. There was just a virtual audience." And, but I have fun with it, and I try to make it as realistic as possible.
Yeah, I love that part of it. When you're putting something together for a program like Livestrong, how do you sort of balance the humor with the seriousness, with the uplift that people want to hear? I mean, this is probably not the easiest of your speaking engagements because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of people who are going through quite a bit as they're watching you.
Yeah, you know what it is, Hank? The best way to put it is that I can take things like, okay, so this is a program that helps out cancer patients and survivors and stuff like that, which is a wonderful program. But how I relate to it is pretty easy because I look at the stuff I do at Hope Lodge, which used to be in Worcester, but now there's the main one in Boston. And until COVID hit, I was doing like monthly shows there, just to entertain them, get their minds off it. So I try to relate to it with the comedy part about how I deal with certain cancer patients there. And they tell me that, there was one older gentleman that said, like, I was really scared of my treatment. And I thought of one of your jokes. I go, geez, I hope it was a good one, but, but that helps to lighten the mood while I stress the importance that what it really does, what humor does for you, health-wise. And, and if I could just make a comparison, then it's an easy transition.
Yeah, no, that's terrific.
And that's why we always wanted him. But this is not the only one that he's worked with us on.
Right.
Jerry has helped us over the years to do various fundraisers for different branches and different other opportunities. So this just happens to be virtual. And we can't be all together. That's the other thing, that we can't all physically be in the same space. Because, Hank, as you know, I'm a hugger. And this has been the hardest thing for me, to be isolated and not being able to hug and to touch people. But I'm waiting for that day.
Yeah. Oh.
Being Italian, I can relate.
It may be coming soon.
And the other thing is, and I hope so very soon, Lord, I pray. The other thing about the program tomorrow, hearing from cancer survivors themselves is so powerful. Because this has touched people in so many special ways, in individual ways and in collaborative ways. And I'm always amazed and just impressed out of something that's such a tough journey, there can be joy and there can be laughter and there can be relationships that last a lifetime. And this is like I said, a part of that life cycle. And Jerry knows that life cycle so well. He always refers to it. It always helps us remind ourselves that we're just living life, and we're here today, and that's what we have, and hopefully we'll get tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Jerry, congratulations for being the keynote speaker. Sharon, one more time, what do people have to do tomorrow at 7 so that they can take part in the fundraising for the Livestrong at the Y program?
Okay, so it's going to be a link, of course, and the link will open at 6:50. The program will start promptly at 7, but we will open the link at 6:50, and you can go to our website, YMCA of CM.org, and you'll click right on the link right at the top of the page. You'll go right into it, and you can come right into the program. And you can also text YMCA to 44321. That's going to be our text number for if you'd like to make a contribution. That will be on the screen, of course. But we hope that everybody enjoys it. And, Jerry, I'm looking forward to seeing you. Oh, I can't physically see you, but it's so good to have you on board with us.
Oh, thank you so much. I can't wait. Even though we won't tell anybody, but we pre-recorded it. But we had a small audience there with Eileen and Christine and my wife and a couple of people at Revelation, which did a great job. And I felt like I was running for office. It was so cool. I had a podium and everything.
Who knows, Jerry?
I snuck in a Nixon impression.
Who knows?
That's right.
I snuck in a Nixon impression for older people like us. So
terrific.
Well, Hank, I will, and I miss seeing you, Hank.
Yes.
Because we always see
Same.
each other somewhere, like you said. But we'll be seeing each other soon.
Very good. Jerry Caruso, keynote speaker tomorrow. Sharon Henderson, YMCA. Remember, gang, 6:50 tomorrow. Where are we going to be looking? We're going to be all tuned in to YMCA of OFCM.org, and we're going to be ready to give and support this great program, Livestrong at the Y. Jerry, Sharon, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Hank,
and God
so
bless
much.
everybody.
And have a good day.
Bye, Sharon.